As an introduction, we would like you to complete the following short activity. Listen to the speech samples and jot down one thing that comes to your mind.
I think the television had a negative influence because have many violence right now. We have many different programs with
We can just watching television and get the information from like news or other documentary.
Watching the television, we know the news recently happened, and we know the important information those days.
Did you understand them? Did you think about where they are from, or their accents? Or did you think about this? Let's move on to the study. So what is this study about?
This study concerns rater bias in the evaluation of oral speech samples. We had Spanish, Korean, and Chinese speakers speaking in English, and our raters knew those languages anywhere from having studied those languages to being a heritage speaker of that language.
Can you tell us a bit about your previous study and also why you wanted to further investigate this topic?
On the first paper we had on this topic, which appears in language testing with Carol Myford, our colleague at the University of Illinois at Chicago, is with her we used Roche analysis to investigate the biases that might be observable in ratings when there's a L2 match between the raters, so the language that the raters have studied in the past, and there's a match with the native language of the test takers. Now we wanted to look at, or are the raters aware of that bias? That's what this paper is. It's with a subset of the raters. It's with 26 raters who articulated through stimulated recalls what they were thinking about when they were rating.
We did find a rater bias. Some of them talked about knowing that it was a speaker of their particular language.
The interesting results with the heritage learners, how they thought about their parents or their relatives who spoke the language in the way that the test taker was speaking the language. So it seems like the heritage language learners may have done a qualitatively different type of off-rubric thinking.
And trying very hard not to let that influence some of them.
So what do you suggest that testing companies and the raters do?
What rater programs might want to do is discuss it more in rater training programs. What to do when you have thicker or heavier accents, and how that is not to be on the rubric. Scoring programs might want to collect more information about the raters and about the test takers.